Okay, let's talk about what to do when you lose your rhythm or your momentum or your stride. So let's just say that you've started something new, you've gotten into it, you're showing up, you're doing the work, and after a few days, you sort of lose your flow. Maybe you start to slow down and you stop showing up in the way, that fantastic, positive way that you were previously. And it's just so hard to get back into that flow again. And this is where people, usually just drop off, they give up. Not the beginning. We like that, the shiny object, like the shiny desire when we're starting. We feel so excited in the beginning. But eventually, no matter what you are doing, that initial, starting energy is going to fade. And eventually, things will no longer feel new and exciting. And instead of continuing, it's going to start to feel like effort. Okay. And this is like the real life experience of working towards a goal. And so many people step away at this point and then they lose their rhythm completely. And the thing that you need to do instead is expect that there is going to be a drop in your energy, a drop in your excitement. This is normal. The first few days always feel the easiest because there's that novelty of doing something new, but it doesn't last, okay? So instead of thinking something has gone wrong when the novelty starts to wear off, recognize that this is part of the process. This is a point where consistency actually is required and begins. The next thing is make sure that you are making returning easier than restarting. When you've lost that flow, that rhythm, don't try to jump back in at full speed. This is where people like get stuck because they think that, my gosh, well, I'm not excited as I was when I first started. Why would I even bother? But I want you to lower the entry point. Go back to a smaller version of it, a shorter, a simpler step. Just a tiny little movement. Showing up with that lower energy. It's okay. Just got to find something that gets you moving without any resistance, because the goal isn't to go back to that beginning, the initial phases where you are super excited. It's just to step back in, reconnect, and rebuild from there. And so now, instead of stopping every time that things feel hard, okay, eventually they feel hard, that's okay. You learn to keep on going. You don't rely on that, early energy to carry you all the way to your goal. You're building something calmer and steadier, and that's what's going to allow real progress to happen over time. And this is exactly what I teach inside Inspiring Life Academy, where you get lifetime access to 90 plus of my courses. How to stay consistent even after that initial energy phase, because you're not, don't want to be constantly stopping and starting, because the real results that you're looking for, like, it doesn't depend on how you began. It always comes from like how you choose to continue. How committed are you to your goals? How willing are you to keep on going? And that is it, my friend. The link to Inspiring Life Academy is over in the bio, and I look forward to catching you on the next video.